Hey guys, so what you see here is a practice board. I bought this little kit and it's got loads and loads of things that you can practice on. And I'm practicing on these IC chips, and I've done a whole bunch of them here. And I think I've got the skill set down here, and I want to share it with you. So we're going to work on this chip right here. Now what I've done is I've learned a few things. There's different kinds of solder paste. There's T3, T4, and T5. T3 is the largest ball. In other words, the tiny balls of solder are the largest. T5 are the smallest. T5 is the easiest to use. T3 is probably the hardest to use. The stuff I'm using is T4, which we can get away with. So what I've done is I've taken my solder right here, my solder paste. See, it says T4. And I've mixed it with some no clean tacky flux, and I've taken that and mixed it on a piece of rubber right here. And the reason why you do rubber is you don't want to use paper because the moisture will be driven out of it. And what I'm using is a really small pointy stick like this. And I'm going to take a little bit of the solder on the tip of the stick, and I'm going to gently put it over those pads. That's what I was doing wrong before, is I had too much solder. So you get too much solder and you get too many bridges that you have to go back and fix. Now I think I explained to you guys in the last video that the right way to do this is with a stencil. But that's when you're doing production type work. So we're just going to continue this on the second side of the chip. And I know the audio is not that good on this thing. I'm actually recording this with the microscope. So I know the audio quality is not great, but I want to give you an idea. Okay, that's just enough solder. So now we're going to take one of our chips, and that noise you hear in the background is the hot air machine cycling. I'm going to take this chip, and you'll notice the notch is towards me. So we're going to put it in with the circle towards me, right here. And we're going to place that down as close as we can get it. We're then going to take our stick and adjust it. Make sure it's right where it needs to be. That actually looks perfect. Then we're going to take our hot air gun, and we're going to set it for 375 degrees centigrade, and we're going to hold it far away from that chip, and we're only going to aim at the legs again. So let's give it a shot. We're not going to get very close. We're just going to aim, and you can see that the flux that I added in there starts to react almost immediately. The chip moved, so we're going to stop. I have the air setting as low as it can be on this thing, okay? But you still have to watch. If you get too close, it's not going to work great. You only get one chance to position this thing, so you got to do it right. Now I've gone and moved it too far. I think I'm a little too high. Okay, let's do it again. I probably had the air gun a little too close to the chip, so we're going to go a little further away. And you can start to see the balls of that solder start to react. Once we get one leg to adhere, it'll stay put. I'm just going to move out now. You can see it's melting. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Obviously we don't have to worry about it shifting now. Okay, I'm going to take our isopropyl alcohol, we're going to give it a clean. Get all the stuff off there that we don't want. And dry it off. And then we're going to test it and make sure that each leg is down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Now we're going to do a really close-up look at it. Okay, right there you can see we're extremely close, and we've got some of the fibers in here, and we've got some flux. So we're going to just clean that out. We're probably going to give it another clean with some alcohol just to get rid of all that. Instead of using the cloth to dry it, I'm just going to use the hot air gun. I'm not getting close to it, just enough to dry it up. Alright, there you have it. So that's my process. I've now got it down to a pretty good science. Those are nice and clean. We're looking for shiny joints, which we have. Right there, right? Again, when we clean them, they're shiny. We've tested each leg, and each leg is secure to the pad. It's exactly what we're looking for. All right, so I won't bore you anymore with my chip skills, but we've gotten better. Thanks, everybody.